I have a page. I don't know what my login is. I don't know.
But thanks for joining us here at Chatter, Southwest Florida. We are live. We'll have the edited version done by the end of the day today, so you can tune in and watch that. Scott, tell us about your business. Heather as well. Go to town.
We've been in real estate now going on 8 years. I got started in the commercial business, and I met my wife 6 years ago. Mm-hmm. And when we met, I was just now I was then transitioning over from the West Coast to Florida. I was back and forth a little bit with business, and met her, and the relationship took off, and decided to pursue the residential side of business and real estate, and we got established. I established the business in Southwest Cape Coral, and then as our relationship grew and we got married and moved to Port Charlotte, our business naturally came with us. So we've been in residential real estate here for going on over 5.5 years, and we got in the business together. We started off, and I was independent, and she said she was interested in it, and it's a business that's 7 days a week, 24 hours a day anyway, so it was a good opportunity to be together, and it's been great. She's been involved in some capacity from the beginning, maybe not full-time all the way along the way, but she's always been an excellent source of clientele and business, and she's been in Port Charlotte a long time, so she's known a lot of people.
Sure.
Even in her previous business with dental and things like that, she was constantly sending business our way. Mm-hmm. And without her, I certainly wouldn't be where I'm at, and now we're part of a team with Keller Williams, and today's real estate team is what we've got going on, and she's a part of that. So it's fantastic. I couldn't do it without her. I couldn't be where I'm at today without her. I wouldn't be who I am without her.
That's so sweet.
And the successes we have are a result
look
of
at
that.
Win. Gee. Thanks for coming on as well. But yeah, I mean, I've watched you guys just progress through. I mean, it's just awesome, the relationship and every aspect of it. I mean, you're one of. First off, I'm proud to say hi. You're one of the only ones not on Facebook actively, he's in the flesh.
I'm the one.
There is a Scott Newcom. There is a Scott Newcom around town, and if there is a post on his page, it's from her.
Yes.
I think I have a page.
You do.
So
I think I have one.
It's somewhere, but in the flesh, I need an autograph before you go, because you're one of the only ones around town that does not have a Facebook page.
I know.
Even though this is live on Facebook right now.
I used to be proud of that, and now I'm kind of ashamed, I guess. I don't know how to feel about it. I have a page, I don't know what my login is. I don't know. I wouldn't know.
I am going to hack that and just.
I wouldn't know how to get in there. I wouldn't know how to get in there to see my life. I don't know.
That's good. And I remember as we were discussing years ago when we sat and we were conversing about it, and I remember he was like, he goes, I just don't get all this social media stuff. You didn't understand what it was. And I think we were ahead of our time as well. You were on the same page. You kind of knew where it was going and the power of it. I knew where it was going. I saw it already work, and I was like, there's something with it. There's something, and it's just continuously evolving and continuously evolving. But to hear you say, you don't know if I'm ashamed or that's awesome.
It was a proud thing that I am not going to be, that'll be a phase, or I don't know what I thought, but I didn't, I don't know. Like now it's just like, how can you not have a Facebook? And what's frustrating is if I go to Google something and look something up and people don't have a website anymore, they just have a Facebook page. I'm out. I can't. I got nothing. I got no way to get into that information.
He's like,
I never thought about that.
I'm now getting locked out
because websites, right? It's also like a license. I consider it's like a license. Have you ever joined something and it says you want to log in, or just hit your Facebook and it'll because it pulls all of your data, and they're getting powerful in a sense to where they're scrubbing that. They're making sure that it's correct. You are who you are. Right. Birth dates they're double checking. Do you live here? Yeah, you ever noticed when you check in somewhere, it'll ask you, it'll say are they open from 9 to 5? Do they have a parking lot? Mm-hmm. It'll ask you questions because the data is getting more powerful, so it's accurate. So you waited for it to be the best it could be. So that was actually a smart move. Now it's time. So if you're trying to connect if you're trying to connect with Scott.
Yeah,
it won't be Scott for a couple weeks.
My wife will pick it up.
It'll be Heather.
Probably ever.
Yeah.
It'll be Heather. Well, that was classic. That was classic when he's like, yeah, I'm one of the 30% on the globe But don't.
That's the number, I think, now, right? 70% of Americans have a Facebook page.
I would say so.
Or 70% of adults, I guess.
And not just Facebook, their social media just expands.
Yeah,
There's so much of it. But you guys have evolved. I mean, I'm just watching that go on through. I see you doing some boxing.
Yes. So
With Jeff and Carrie.
Yes.
Carrie was on. We had her on. She was a little shy. If you're watching
well,
this.
that's Carrie.
She was a little quiet.
She's humble.
But
She's just a wonderful, humble person.
But she called herself a snow tiger.
I
But
saw
I asked her
that.
what her spirit animal was. She goes, I'm a snow tiger.
And Jeff said he was a coffee bean. That was the
That's right.
best.
He's like, I'm a
That was
coffee
my
bean.
favorite part of the whole
I'm
show.
about 10 coffee beans. But he's a coffee bean.
Yeah, I teach fitness classes at Elite Training and Fitness. It's a passion of mine. I absolutely love it. And then I also teach at the Y. So I teach
Why?
the Franz Ross YMCA. I teach body combat, which is a mixed martial arts inspired workout,
Love
real
it.
high intensity.
Love
And
it.
then I do the boot camps and boxing boot camps at Elite Training and Fitness, which is Carrie's studio.
So if they want the Y version of it, it's not as personal as if they would go to Elite. I would say.
I would say I love Elite because it is a personal training studio, and she's very focused on the individual. So we're able to spend more time helping that person, and not just with their fitness as far as, correcting them in their movements, but nutrition
Sure.
and, all of that. And you're able to form more personal relationships
Yeah. Oh yeah.
with them that way.
How's Scott eating at home?
And-
Well, no, he's in shape. He's in shape. When I saw him,
Yeah.
I was like, man, you're doing good.
We made a deal when she got into the fitness. That,
We did. No, this is true.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
she started to spend, day after day, night after night. There were several days, and she said, "Do you mind how often I'm at the gym?" I said, "Look, here's the deal. I won't complain about how often you're at the gym if you don't complain about the fact that I'm not at the gym." So we have a balance of she can go all the time, and I won't say a word, and I don't go at all.
Yep.
And she,
Well, let me.
Well, he
says-
goes once a week.
I did.
Well, that's because
So
you have
you-
Bible study.
So like you're not working out now. How do you keep in shape? I mean, you're in shape.
I appreciate that. No,
When I
it's
saw you,
not.
I was like, oh.
I wore
That's
black
lovely.
for a reason. I figured that would cover up a lot
No,
of
you
things.
look. No, you're okay. All right.
Yeah, no, not very often. I don't go very often.
Oh. Okay. Well,
She tries.
Okay, so you had that deal. My wife and I have the same. She works out at a different place than I work at.
Oh yeah.
We just because when I'm there, it's just I can't.
He's gonna be captured now.
I love her, and she's gonna watch this, but she wants to talk, and I gotta kiss her in between sets. I mean, no, I
just
love
wanna
it.
focus on
I just
it.
want to put my
Yeah.
earbuds in, and not only that is, and I'll
Gets his
disclose
ass.
it. I like hanging out and working out with my friends.
Sure.
So Chris and I will work out together, or if the guys come over, I love that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how to
Yeah,
say
yeah,
it. Like
yeah.
it's like my time away,
Yeah.
but I feel so bad. I feel so bad. Do you guys feel bad about that?
No.
Do you ever have any guilt as long as you keep it? Like,
Well, I mean, I do feel bad that I can't be more involved in the classes that she teaches, but the schedule too is difficult. I mean,
well, that's part of being involved. Just supporting enough. Supporting is enough.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's the
Right?
thing with him. He's always supported everything. And actually, with the real estate, he was the one to say, honey, you would be really good at this. You should come do this with me. And I was like, okay. And then he told me that's how I got into fitness is I was going all the time. And that was my thing. And he said, you really should teach classes. I said, you know what? That's a great idea. So, he's always been there to back me up and actually, push me towards things. So,
Love it. Love
Yeah.
it. Here's a question for you.
Mhm.
Did you ever aspire to have your own facility? Not
No.
that Carrie's going to get mad at you.
no, but what I am thinking of doing is getting my personal training certification. So at this point, I'm a group fitness instructor, so I can teach classes, and specific classes. I can teach boot camps, I can teach boxing because I got certified in that specific exercise, and I can teach body combat because that was a specific exercise. But I can't legally take you and me and have a personal session
Oh, I see.
because I don't have the education or
Oh,
the
gotcha.
licensing
Okay.
for that.
Oh,
So-
I didn't know that they're actually strict that way.
Oh, yeah.
It's
yeah,
regulated. Well, I guess so, because someone could give you bad information, and it's like selling a home. Do you guys still work together in any capacity selling property?
Oh,
You still
absolutely.
show houses?
Yeah.
And,
Yes.
Yeah.
yes.
Because I could see, because you're good at that. I could see you taking some folks out and explaining in the friendly environment and.
I'm kind of more on the customer service aspect of the real estate business at this point. Scott's really at the forefront. He's the one who goes out and, with the listing appointments and showing homes, mainly
Gotcha.
more listings at this point. And I'm the one who makes the phone calls to the clients, see how they're doing, do they need
Yeah.
anything, so I'm more
Yeah,
on that regard.
the team that we've developed, we've partnered with Tolles Corp Custom Home Builders as well, which is a nice model right across from the
I did
office
see
there
that.
at Keller
I did
Williams.
see that. Yeah.
So we're manning that model 7 days a week, and as a result of that, the people that are coming through, we're servicing them in more capacity than just new construction. So many of them will come in with needs to sell a home or buy a lot or have a home to sell up north. So the team that we've put together can facilitate any of those needs, so it works well.
That model home is nice. Go ahead and say where it's located.
Yeah, it's the Tolles Corp Custom Home Builders. It's at 225 Ball Harbor, which is right there on the corner of Ball Harbor and Marion. It's a beautiful home.
It's right
Great
down the road from
location.
our offices right here.
Yeah, right on the corner, right at the stoplight there. So it's
Up the
it's
door.
a beautiful place.
Yeah, I drove by and I looked over at it. It's nice.
Yeah, it's
really nice.
It's not a bad place to spend a day as an agent when we're over there with people. And we're there 7 days a week, and because they're custom, we build anything that comes in the door. We don't just have a set group of plans. They can truly
That's a
design
big
what they
thing because
want.
I'm going through. We're going through that now, getting the price right for the custom home built that we're doing because they're coming in because we want beams a certain way and our patio to wrap and there's certain things that we want, and then my wife wanted a farm sink. Is there such thing?
Oh yeah,
And then
popular.
and then there's like this exhaust thing that comes over, it comes in, and the builders gave us a price. It was like $8,400. I said, yeah, that's gone. I'm like, it's like an exhaust fan, and then he had explained, but it's cool when you can customize, and then they tell you the prices, and you can pull it down or include it. Over buying a property, just going in and buying a property because then you're stuck with what it has. But there's also you can buy a property, you can fix it up. You can do a lot of things, or the buyer or the person who's selling also can fix it up prior to selling. Do you find that? Do they?
There's all those different aspects that we run into. What's been popular the last year and a half, and what's kind of taken over, is the new construction side of things. In particular, in Punta Gorda Isles, we're catching those baby boomers as they're retiring, and they're down here getting that last home, that final home that they want, and they'll take the year that it typically takes to build a home. And so, they're willing to wait and get what they want. And Americans, we want shiny and new.
Yeah.
For the most part, if we can afford it, that's the way it's going. And so lot prices as a result of that have really climbed considerably, and new construction's doing well. Resale market's doing well, but the new construction has been setting the pace.
Why do you think? Because the prices are equivalent, so it's like build or buy, the prices are the same?
Well,
or?
they're not necessarily the same. I mean, it certainly costs more to build a home, but the gap between resale and new construction, I think it's not quite as wide as it has been historically.
Right.
So as a result of that, and we've got plenty of builders now that are into the area that have come back since the crisis, we've got people that are have the ability to build, and I think a lot has to do with the clientele too. People aren't moving here because they've got to be here for work or before the kids start school.
Sure.
They're retiring. They have the time it takes to build the home, and they're in no rush. We don't have to get them into something by a specific date.
You can come
So I
down,
think
rent,
that lends
relax
to
a
it.
bit, and then build. We're going to get into a little personal questions about both of you.
Great.
Or I'll ask one question. Whoever wants to chime in can do it. We're going to do that in just a sec. We're going to go to commercial break.
Perfect.
Okay. Thank you for joining us here on Chatter, Southwest Florida. Going to commercial break. See you in 30 seconds.
You want to run a successful company? That starts by being a successful employer, and it's more than just having workman's comp coverage. You're a risk manager, a claims specialist, and even loss control. A lot of jobs that keep you from growing your business. Integrity Employee Leasing handles all that and more. Payroll, workers' comp, human resources and benefits administration. They take the challenge out of having employees, which gives you the time to grow.
Okay, we're back here on Chatter, Southwest Florida. The countdown was on. He was reading fingers in the background. So we're back here live with Scott and Heather Newcom. First question, milkshake. Milk. Let's say milkshake. She goes,
That's the
here's
dog.
milkshake.
That's my baby.
Milkshake. How old is milkshake now?
She's 10.
She's 10.
Yeah.
I was
Senior
because
citizen.
my dog's 6 now.
Yeah, she's 10.
I don't know if he's watching at home.
Aw.
She's 10.
Yeah.
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 Senior
she's
citizen.
Yeah, she's a baby. I've had her.
I like always say, when the dogs when they hit that 10.
Yeah.
And it's they get a little older. 10 times 7, 70.
Well, there's a crisis coming. That's my biggest concern. And that's my biggest fear.
You know there's a crisis coming.
That's my. That is.
No, you're right. No, because
I know you don't want to think about it, but
it's a costly crisis
too. It is, and we've already talked about that. That no matter what the cost is when that vet calls, I don't know what has to be sold in order to take care of it.
We'll ring up all the credit cards.
It doesn't matter, and so it's coming.
Yeah.
So it's preparing. And then the other thing is we bought a new home a year and a half ago, and it's surrounded by vacant lots, and there's red-shouldered hawks nested in our backyard.
They fly low too.
They fly low, and Milkshake has no clue about any predators that exist. So there's been several times when we've been out there in the morning having my cup of coffee, and the hawk, I'll see him out of the corner of my eye, come swooping, and I can't envision how that even would play out. I don't even have that in my repertoire.
This is not scripted. I can't get this.
You would have to bury me with the dog.
Oh, can you imagine?
I can't imagine that story. The dog is gone. Where did it go? The hawk took it.
Oh, no.
How do you?
You can't. There's no way out.
There's no way out of that one.
There's not enough psychological.
My wife, because I'm going to be. So when they go up north, I'm going to be driving the dog up. Okay, so he's going to stay with me because I want someone to hang out with for a couple weeks down here.
Yeah.
She already told me her first warning is if you leave him at a rest stop. That was like I'm like, honey, like I'm. She goes, I'm like, how do I tell you that? I'm on I-75. He's 300 yards. He's 300 miles back. Do I just progress or do I go back and try to find him?
You go back. You go back.
He's on her side. You go back. Right, but I mean, it's like I don't know how that would play out. First off,
have you had that situation where she's had that thought in her head?
Thing is,
left someone
we did it. We did a road trip once. No, I never did. Well, and the kids, yeah. We did a trip and we stopped at a it was like a rest stop, but it was one of the smaller ones, not the big ones, and we saw a leash.
So you just
random leash, and she's like, someone left a dog here.
A dog was here.
So I think it's just in her mind. Like,
not that the leash fell out of the car, but someone actually
left the dog. Someone came by and stole the dog because people resell them and they keep them and whatever. But I'm like, I don't know. Again, I don't know how that would play out. I would never leave him. He's my buddy.
Yeah.
So Milkshake, it's definitely a she. I don't know who's going to be called Milkshake. So she is 10.
Yeah.
She's in pretty good health.
I've had her since she was a year old.
She's good.
She's overweight because
sheds a lot.
What type of dog is she?
Chihuahua.
Overweight.
Oh, Chihuahua. Okay, I was going to say Chihuahua. Okay.
Yeah.
So all right, so we didn't bring her today.
No.
Maybe she'll have to come by. She'll have to come by and guest spot on Chatter. We'll talk all about that. As long as the hawk doesn't come in. But the hawks do fly low, don't they?
The hawks, and they had alligators, water moccasins. It's perilous back there for the dogs. So
it's like thought of every way.
I have
perilous heat stroke.
I don't know
dehydration.
I just am thinking it through. God forbid something happens to this animal, and I've got to deal with the aftermath. I don't know I would start.
And 10 is she's getting up there. I know. It is sad when we see that because we have a lot of friends who have dogs. Chris has one that's 15, I believe. Yeah. So his dog, 14, 13, somewhere there.
I found they will clone dogs, but it's like $150,000 to do it.
We're not cloning Milkshake.
But I thought that could be an option.
Well, if something happens and she's not home and you want to quickly right. When the show's over, we'll talk about how we can quickly get the same age, get it right. Samples. We need samples.
Yeah. Okay. DNA. They do it.
I have a freezer here, so we'll put it.
I think it's $150. If anybody knows anybody that'll clone the dog cheaper. Text in.
Yeah, put a comment below. Text in. Put a comment below.
All right,
at least one to do here.
Let's get to a serious question.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm eager to hear yours versus your answer, but I do want to hear both.
Right.
We asked Kelly before the show. I don't think you guys heard, but what is your anchor? What inspires you each day? I'm asking because I'm just really curious to know about that because I have an anchor every day for me, and I've never shared it yet, but it means a lot to me. I've been doing it for years now. So what inspires you each day, the anchor that's in your life? Like get up and...
Well, the first thing that comes to mind for me is Christ. I since meeting my wife, I've always been involved in the church and strong spiritually, but since meeting my wife and the involvement that we've gotten with our church, Freedom Bible Church, has grown tremendously. And so my spiritual growth and my growth in Christ has grown tremendously with that. So I start my day in prayer. I start my day in the Scripture. I start my day by thinking about how can I operate to be as close to as Christ as possible? And
So
of
that
course,
is like your anchor. Like
that's
you get
my
up,
anchor.
like you get up, and that's that thing that's going through your
what starts
mind.
me.
And
For the most part, I'm not at a point yet where it's automatic.
Right.
I'm working on that, but
Sure.
that is is where I start. And then for me, it's my family and my wife. I was single for 37 years, so I lived my life for me in a very selfish existence, and ultimately, just I was never really happy. And so, since meeting my wife and growing into the man that I am now, my center is Christ and my family, my
Yeah.
wife and my daughters, and supporting them. And I have a terrible problem with balance. So I get into work. Yeah, I don't. Most people that know me know that. I work until the time that you have to hit me in the head with a hammer to say stop.
I understand.
And
I'm
I
the same
just
way.
keep going. So I guess it's multiple to Christ and my family are my anchors.
When you said that it's been growing with you, so my journey in faith has been growing as well in the past couple of years or so, and that's due to people who I'm surrounding myself with and friends have led me to that. So with that being said, how do you feel that you're growing with your faith? Like, what is it about it? Because I can tell you my journey. I know
Sure.
when I'm feeling certain things, like I'm feeling it today. Like what have you noticed from day one till today, like that you're on that journey upward?
Well, I've certainly increased my involvement with the church. You know, staying involved at the fellowship and staying in the center of that fellowship I have found to be essential for my growth. Being involved in Bible studies in the men's ministry, and not only, you know, going from attending those regularly to now leading some occasionally and helping to, you know, run the men's ministry and being an intricate part of the church.
Oh, so you're running.
Well,
running parts
in
of it.
conjunction with some other men, I have
Right.
I don't know if you
Or
call it
sort
an
of like
executive position on
sort of
the
like an
men's
elder, I
ministry.
guess, or
Somewhat more of a
Okay.
deacon, I would say, would probably be a better way to put it. But
Gotcha.
so as I've maintained my relationship there and in my involvement with the church, I have grown, and the Spirit has grown in me to want more and more of that. And my need to, or my desire to, you know, be educated on the Word and stay in the Word more, it continues to grow. I don't know that I do anything other than put one foot in front of the other and pray for guidance, and it all
Right.
comes together and gets put in front of me that way.
Love it, love it. Same question for you, Anchor. I mean, it could be the workout in the morning,
Well, you know what?
or just
It's changed over time. So it used to be my kids. My kids were my why to everything that I did. The reason I got up in the morning, the reason I went to work. You know, as I've grown, I would say definitely Christ is always first. You know, my husband and I love to serve people.
oh, okay. I thought you were going to say surf.
Oh,
Surf. You still like the
no, I've
surf.
never served.
I was going to jump on that. Surf. Well, surf people.
But
Okay.
service to others is my anchor. I would
Isn't that the
say.
best feeling? Like I just posted, give more than you get.
Yeah.
Isn't that just? It's just a simple statement, and it's so true. And
Yeah.
it's such a because I just discovered that a couple of years ago. I never, not intentionally, I didn't want to do it. It was a selfish life, you know. You don't realize it, but then the minute you give, and it's like that's the meaning of it. To see someone smile.
Yeah.
Just that simple, and it's not just giving money, or it's just giving time, or giving what you're good at. I don't know, however you want to give, but just give. And it's a tremendous, and then the rewards that come back.
That's it.
It's again, it's not
fulfilling.
business, it's not money. It doesn't come down to that. It's just the fulfillment, which leads to everything else,
Yeah.
which helps with everything. So it's just a remarkable journey. You know, that's what my faith, like I've realized going through. But yeah, giving, isn't
Yeah.
it just
Yeah.
giving service,
Yeah, service,
Helping.
love.
even teaching. I mean, teaching classes.
Yeah,
and
no, I love that.
showing
yeah.
someone houses
But
in
that's
the proper
part of
way
it.
and doing it with good intent. You know, instead of the sale only. Like this is not your fit.
That's right.
Maybe this one, like truly doing that and being honest with the client matters.
That's been the real blessing for us in real estate, is that we are able to help people, you know, first-time home buyers. One of the favorite things that we like to do is help people buy their first home. They've been renting all their lives. They don't know how does the lending process work and all that. Working through that, the today's real estate team that we've formed with our partners Tom and Christine Murphy, we knew them from church. So the relationship that we have with them was based in Christ, and the business has been able to
I was
evolve
actually going to ask
around
you how
that.
the relationship formed.
Yeah, so it's been, we all share that common goal and that focus, and to operate, with those Christian morals within the business, that makes that part of your life that much more of a blessing.
Sure.
So
Love it.
enjoy it.
We're going to we've been going 30 minutes.
Oh, wow.
This has
How
been
about that?
screaming by. No, yeah, we're getting to that. So we go to a rapid fire.
Okay.
I ask you, since we have 2 guests here today, we're going to ask them 2 words each. So I ask you a word, and you give me the first thing that comes to your mind. Don't hold back. First thing, like when I said milkshake, you said aw. You can give emotion.
I said hawk.
And he said hawk, and he said perils. So
That's right.
perils. So we're going to say this is called the quick fire round. I'm going to ask you
Got it.
2 words each. We'll go with Scott first. Okay, that's okay. Actually, the first word. Actually, okay. I'll do the 2 middle ones for him and the 2 outer ones with Heather.
He's being
Okay.
selective.
Yeah, because I already have a feeling. All right. So here comes the word. Ready?
Yep.
Sour.
Sour.
What comes to mind?
My mood in the morning sometimes can be sour.
I have to agree with that.
Does he wake up?
Yeah.
Just like, get out of it.
That's why I'm focusing on Christ and staying in the
Does he wake
Word
up
more
and
to get
does
out
he
of
wake
that
up and go
sour.
shh, quiet?
No.
Yeah.
No, you don't. You actually just don't say anything.
There you go. Silence.
Yeah? Yeah.
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 Coffee?
I'm quiet.
You drink coffee in the morning?
I drink that all day.
He does.
Yeah.
Way too
He
much.
makes my coffee.
All right. So sour for you. Here comes your word. Love.
Jesus.
Bam. See, I kind of Jack's shaking his head. Fire.
Oh, my attitude at work. Yeah.
All right. So if
You are on fire.
you say sour or fire to him, stay away.
That's right. That's right.
Fire. Well, fire's a positive thing because I kind of see like I'm on fire. Like,
Yeah.
I'm feeling good. We use the flame a lot, but how did you use it again? What did you say? My attitude at work.
It's my attitude at work. It gets a little overly intense. Used to be anger.
I'm gonna
Used to
have
have
him back on.
anger issues, but you kind of grow out of that. I think I did, anyways.
Fire.
For the most part, I think maybe there's other opinions out there. But I feel like I've grown
You're
out of
pretty
it.
good.
And we're going to switch off of what he has to another word. Ready? For you.
Okay.
Action.
Working out.
That's it?
Well, there were one-word questions.
This was like a
Yeah,
game.
it's a word
I thought we were
association.
playing- I thought we were playing.
No,
What is
you're
that,
good.
grades?
She's just like real quick. But, man,
You're too quick.
we're going to have an IQ test on here. Yeah, that's
I thought we were playing a game.
all right. That's good. And then before we end, let me see what kind of socks you got on today.
Today I wore the pool shark socks
Nice.
for you.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
Put that more on.
Sure.
Put that on. You got to become the sock guy. We talked about that 3 years ago.
I know it's
Now you-
marketing and branding. We
Put them.
talked
Go ahead and
about
show them. Go ahead and show them higher.
Lift
Zach's,
your leg
that.
up,
I'm gonna
honey.
lift my leg up.
yeah, Zach's.
Come on, show him a little leg.
Jacques going to show off the sock for today.
There
The
we go.
Pool shark.
Pool
Do
shark.
you actually shoot pool?
No, but our
We
daughter
don't.
Savannah, whenever she's
Yeah.
out, she'll pick up a crazy pair of socks for me, and I think that's
Yeah,
how
she
these
does.
Love
came
socks.
out, so.
Savannah.
Well, guys, thank you so much for coming
Thank
on the
you.
show, Chatter.
Thank you.
Thanks
Want to give an
having
out? You can give an outro here. Tell us the website. www.
Today'sRealEstateTeam.com, or we've got Today'sHotListings.com, so you can use that as an MLS search. It's a little more accurate than Zillow, so we'd love to help you if you need assistance finding a home.
This is locally made to an
Yes,
extent. So
yes.
right.
This
so
was
this
designed
is,
by Tom
This
Murphy.
is proprietary.
and-
This is a local software that's being done. So this is more of a proprietary kind of
That's right.
software system. So it's
That's
not.
Ashley Park, actually.
So it's not just a Zillow that you go in if you're looking for houses, looking for your home price, looking for anything at all.
New construction,
Call
lots,
you guys up.
whatever.
New construction loans,
Yeah,
all that kind of stuff.
absolutely. Everything. Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, thanks again for coming on the show.
My pleasure.
Here in
Thank
Chatter,
you.
we'll have the edited version up. So we had a lot of bloopers. I don't know if I want to even edit this, but I want to put your logo in the corner. So we're going to do that. But this was a great day today with Kelly. Then we had both of you on. I'm glad that you and Kelly met. Hopefully
Yeah,
that will
thank
go
you.
into like a relationship. Meet her again and check them out. For Gordon Beeson, this is where she works.
All
Got it.
Over at that law office.
Got
Yeah.
it. Thank
She's
you.
been friends with us a while. So, all right. Thank you for joining us here in Chatter, Southwest Florida. We'll see you next time.